Hello everyone, welcome to another video in the DCF Model series by Valuation Interview Prep. In this, we will be talking about the DCF assumptions and the color codes that are used in the model. So, the first thing is about the color codes. It is whenever we are working on a model, be it a LBO or DCF or any other financial model, one very important thing in the model is always using a fixed format, a fixed color set of color codes basically, so that the auditor is finding it very easy to understand the complete model. So first thing is these are the color codes that are mostly used in the investment banks. The red is used for the current sheet linked, means the number is linked from any other cell which is present in the same sheet. Next is the hard code, which is presented by the blue numbers. Next is golden or dark brown color, which is indicating that the number is pulled from a database, a paid database that only a boutique investment bank or a big investment bank or any other private equity firm has access to, like the Bloomberg or anything. Then we have the variable input, which is represented by a light yellow fill by a dotted border. So now let us talk about some of the DCF assumptions that we have used in this. So first is the terminal growth rate. We usually take the terminal growth rate, which is a long-term estimated GDP growth rate for the company, since we are talking about Infosys. So here I have taken proxied from long-term GDP growth rate for India. I have also given the sources. It's very important to give the sources in this so that any auditor is knowing about from where you have taken any number. So like this, you can see here I have taken it from Statista. I have taken I got to know in future the growth rate till 2029, which is again estimate, and from investment bank perspective you would be rather taking this from some broker research or something, but for just for understanding purposes I have taken this from here. Next we have is the discount rate, which is calculated from WACC section. We will be discussing about in some of the next videos. Then there is EBITDA exit multiple. So I have, for this I have commented that proxied for median EV by EBITDA for Indian IT industry. I just took a web search for the industry multiples in India, got one post which was EBITDA multiple of different industries in India, and got here that IT services and consulting on an average is trading about 14.68. So I just rounded it off and took average 15x as the EBITDA multiple for this particular exercise. Then we have tax rate. Indian corporate tax rate, I have taken it from a web search, but usually we take it from KPMG or PwC corporate tax rate slabs. Then we have risk-free rate. For risk-free rate, we usually take a 10-year treasury bond or something very risk-free kind of a bond presented by that country, which usually in India is a treasury yield, or you can say a 10-year bond which is being floated in the market. So this also can be found very easily from web search. So right now this was trading, the 10-year bond from the India was trading at the yield of somewhere around 6.7%. so I have taken it at a 6.8%. It was more than 6.7%. I have rounded it off. Then we have beta assumption. Beta is again calculated from comparable analysis. We will be talking about this. Then we have equity risk premium, which usually we take it from Damodaran estimates for India. So this is inclusive of CRP is country risk premium also. This you can web search and find that Damodaran ERP, and you will be directed to a Excel sheet where he has done and usually update very frequently on a, I guess, quarterly or semi-annually basis the risk premiums for each of the country. So for India, I have this rating at somewhere around 7.1%, 7.8%. So I have taken this and rounded it off to 7.8%. Then size premium is again one of the key factor in WACC. Based on size premium, if your company is a small cap or very startup kind of a thing, so to justify the risk that you are taking by investing in that company, you can adjust the WACC by adding some of the size premium. Then we have discount rate stub. So this is basically to adjust for the deal closure date. Yes, so the discount rate stub, basically here what it means is this is dependent upon the deal closure date. So right now all these years in P&L that are used are based on the calendar year ending basically December 24, 25 and so on. So if right now we are standing in October 2024 and if the deal closes before 2024, then I need some factor to adjust my discount rate. So right now if you see, if my deal closes on 2024, that I don't have to consider anything, any cash flow which is coming out of 2024 year. So I will be only interested in the next year cash flows. But if this deal closes a month or 2 months before or within this 2024 period, then I need some portion of the cash flows as well. And also my discount rate should be adjusted so that it calculates this 2-month period also, and accordingly for the next year also, my next year 1 year period will also be adjusted by increasing it by 2 months. So I have used a very basic formula of year frac to calculate this. You can see the formula over here in the formula bar and understand it by yourself or by putting it Excel and trying it once, but I will show you how this gets changed. So if instead of 2024 December 24, if I put it as 30th September, let's say the deal closes on 30th September or closed on 30th September, then this discount rate stub adjusted to 25. What it means is that from 2024 year, I would be interested in 25% of the cash flow, because still I have 25% of the year remaining. So that would be included as a part of my valuation. And next thing is that I am also interested that, okay, for that 25% of the cash flow, I would be discounting it by a period which is only 3 months. So this discounted stub also comes handy over there, which we'll see in the P&L sheet again. Here, if you see this, so this is the capacity, the cash flow factor which is used here, that is 25%. So as a deal is closed on September 2024, so I will be considering 25% of this cash flow, and my discount rate period will be having a year factor of 0.25. Okay, so now as we close the deal in September, so for the complete cash flows of the next year, I want to discount that cash flow by the period year which is having 1.25. Did you get it? So here I have in 1 plus WACC, basically in the denominator I have 1 plus WACC raised to the power the year. So year here becomes 1.25, because to get the cash flow of 2025, I now have 25% of 2024 year and full complete year of 2025. So that becomes 1.25, and similarly the next years become 2.25, 3.25, 5.25. So this is very important factor, the stub here, because we are not predicting that deal will be closing on this particular date, but rather our model should be so robust that if deal closes anywhere in between our range of date, then the valuation should be adjusting by itself. So instead of 2024, if I predict, if my deal closes on 31st March 2025, let's say, so now this stub becomes minus 0.25. So what happened here is that now I am not interested at all in the free cash flow generated from 2024, but from 2025 also I am just only interested in 75% of the cash flow, because whatever the cash flow was generated up to March 2025 is already being consumed by the company, is already being used by the company. So from valuation perspective, I am only interested in the next 75%, and accordingly my discount rate period is also reduced by 2.75. and similarly the next years becomes 1.75, 2.75 and etc. So this is why this discount rate stub functionality is very important in model. It gives a flexibility to adjust your valuation basis. If your valuation date is not fixed, a deal is still going on, a negotiation is still going on, and in future this deal will be decided. So in next this is all for this video, and next we'll be discussing about the P&L. Okay, thank you.